Yo, sup, folks? I have been a busy little bitch. Looking all over the world, doing all sorts of side missions. Took care of some Eclipse cult.
Sylens gave me matched that wreckage. Did he install Hades on another Titan?
Oh dear. Should I go around or should I swim over? Let's see, where am I? It's all the water. Yeah, I could stand to ride a little farther. But yeah, I did some of the hunting grounds, which is still some of the absolute worst content in Horizon, as far as I'm concerned. These games are amazing, but God, I hate hunting grounds. Got new weapons, got new gear, got new shit. I'm just gonna swim. 'Cause screw it. But most importantly, I found my favorite outfit from the first game, and you can dye it new colors, so we finally get the justice we deserve of the best armor, but, like, make it darker. That makes me very happy, because I like the dark stuff more. Oh, God, the water's still really quite nice, because it's mostly just, like, the lighting effects, like, you know, it's not breathtaking ripples, but the way the light bounces off of it, or gets refracted through it, looks just incredible, and just amazing. That's what really just, oh yes, I was really hoping that as I swum through, the wake would, like, spread that, and it did. Oh, it's the little things, baby. It's the little things.
Workshop underneath a dead forest titan. Just the kind of place Sylens would slink away to. But what was he doing here?
Some dumb bitch shit. That's like all he does.
Most of it's redacted.
Most of it's redacted. Despite my concerns about missing couplings, I was relatively simple to install Hades, a detached processing orb. The subject appears to be fully conscious and completely helpless. Even so, it will never divulge its contents willingly. Ergo, it's time for some experimentation. My name is Sylens. My initial attempts at coercion have failed, but patience is in order. It's self-aware, so it can suffer. All it takes is the correct stimulus at a sufficient intensity. Success. The irony is delicious. Various forms of data produce discomfort in the subject, but none more so than natural imagery. Holographic representations of plants and animals work best. The more vivid, the better. The effect appears to be excruciating. One loop in particular, of rabbits hopping through a field of flowers, produced paroxysms of agony. Very soon, I believe, the subject will become compliant. Those fucking borders! I've extracted some fascinating technical specs on Gaia's data structure. Specifically, how her heuristic matrix interweave with her subordinate functions. Yet the more I learn about this system's intended workings, and especially Hades' relatively simple role as an extinction failsafe, the more I wonder about the signal that corrupted it. What could have possibly transformed a low-level machine intelligence into a fully conscious super-entity capable of strategic planning, deceit, and even genocide? Some form of the previously unknown Pharaoh software, perhaps? But I don't see how such technology could be sufficiently advanced. Unless further technical discoveries were made after the destruction of the biosphere, perhaps by survivors in Elysium, it all seems far-fetched. Back to the source, then. Eventually, Hades will tell me what I want to know. It appears that my coercive efforts come at a significant cost. Hades' digital convulsions produce waves of feedback that corrupt its data structures. The effect is accelerating. The interrogation is quite literally disintegrating its mind, piece by piece. By the time I'm done, there will be little left. No matter. The data I've extracted, and will continue to extract, is worth any price. As long as I can access it all before the subject becomes the electronic equivalent of a hollowed-out skull. Finally, why can I not say revelation in that? Is it the stupid voice I'm doing? The revelation I've been seeking has revealed itself. I don't like the way that's worded, Sylens. You think you're so smart, but that sounded really dumb. Astonishing and terrifying, even to me. With it, the seeds of a plan have formed in my mind. The next few months will test my capacities more than any previous challenge. I'll have to stretch my intellect, reach higher, and dig deeper than ever before. Yes, I'm confident it can be accomplished. With a little help, of course. My work here is done. I've learned all I can. Haiti deserves no pity, but it is indeed in a pitiful state. It's time to relocate it to a more impressive position for its date with destiny. About that. Aloy still hasn't returned to Meridian nor learned of my ruse, but she will. It's only a matter of time, and then the pieces will begin to fall into place.
It looks like Sylens put a lot of work into forcing Hades to talk.
So it does. I should retire that stupid sound. Okay.
Poor Hades. So cramped in there. No room to think. You can't even speak. Now the processing warp of a Titan, on the other hand, well, you're used to that. But once I load you on that, you'll be so much more comfortable. Until interrogations begin anyway.
Yeah, it's exactly what it sounded like when I was reading.
Stuff for the
It's
stash.
flawless
Mars
performance.
is blinking. Guess Sylens wants me to check it out.
Oh, great. Activate console.
Aloy, consider this message a beacon to help guide you out of the fog of ignorance. Using explosives, I've detached the processing orb from the Titan overhead, a perfect cage for our mutual friend, Hades. In order to run it, cooperative. Tell her what we've discussed about the mysterious signal that gave life. After that, are you? Perhaps you need a reminder that you have failed. So you see, Aloy, Gaia can be safely rebooted. As for a way to find a backup, well, you'll need to trot along after me to find out.
Dude, you
He thinks
suck.
he's got it all figured out. Bastard. I guess there's only one way to find out where he moved the orb.
I'll just follow this big trench. This nasty trench.
I better see where this trail leads.
Oh. Should I just... teleport over to me. Yes, let's go.
Here I
Yeah.
am, following along after Sylens like a fool. After he tricked me by rigging his lance to steal Hades. Crazy AI that wants to kill everything. He couldn't just let me do the same thing and destroy it. And now I'm gonna have to put him with more of his self-righteous bull. Time to ride!
Yeah, let's just not. Alright, let's not. I will say I did run into the one machine so far in this game that I just hate fighting. I really don't like the wide maws.
Merchant. Didn't expect
Oh there!
Sylens was
Hello there.
confident he's found a backup of Gaia.
Saving the fucking world, dude.
Every place I've checked, every lead, they've all been dead ends. All backups purged. Looks like the trail goes into the hillside.
Yeah, I super don't like the wide maws. They feel more like a Frozen Wilds enemy than a Zero Dawn enemy, and that's not something I was hoping for. And the first fight I had with them was in a cauldron where that's the first time I've experienced a performance issue in this game. Which is pretty good, that it's only happened once.
Prize.
I've been playing for a reasonable amount of time so far, and there's only one mistake. Oh, poor yo baby. There's only been one moment where I've had any real substantial frame rate issue.
Sylens stuck Hades
Even though I'm playing, you know, at launch, you would expect...
Looks like a Pharaoh facility.
You'd expect more bugs, but... not too many. Not so far.
Come on, Hades. You still in there?
Oh, jeez. Yo, what's up, Hades? Okay, well, you're not as hot as Gaia,
Is that you?
but...
System threat detected.
You don't look so good.
You are the Aloy. Come to destroy me.
Yes. Permanently this time. Even like this, you're a threat to Gaia. Once I resurrect her.
So you have not yet secured Gaia back up. Then Gaia is dead. Earth and you. Despite malfunctions, I have won.
Sylens asked you where to find a backup of Gaia.
Data error, memory structures disintegrated.
Right. Because that would have been easy.
yeah.
What did Sylens do to you, Hades? It's like you've been hollowed out.
Silence interrogated me.
And what did you tell him?
Data error, memory structures disintegrated.
You don't remember any of it?
I remember you.
What, like me beating you at the spire? Okay, that's not going anywhere. Do you know where Sylens went?
No, he departed 12.8 days ago. Perhaps he... Data error, behavior prediction structures disintegrated.
So you don't know anything more than I do. Great. Do you know why Sylens dragged you to these ruins?
Silence intended you find me here.
Obviously. But why? What was this place?
Location is where. Data error, memory structures disintegrated. My deathbed, he called it my grave.
But you... I guess I'll find out when I go inside. When the mysterious signal transformed you, it made Gaia's other subordinate functions conscious too. You escaped when Gaia destroyed herself, but so did they. Where did they go?
Each function migrated to coordinates based on data error, memory structures disintegrated.
Bunch of crazed AIs, scattered who knows where, doing who knows what. Hephaestus kills thousands every year with the combat machines it keeps making. And you nearly ended the world. 7 more functions out there, cooking up trouble. It's not a happy thought.
You are unhappy. Good.
Petty little
Anyone ever tell
bitch.
you you've got a great personality, Hades?
Sarcasm detected.
Cute.
Didn't think so. Sylens questioned you about the mysterious signal. The one that woke you, gave you consciousness. Who sent it?
Signal transmitted by masters.
And who are they?
Masters woke me to destroy earthly life.
Oh dear.
I want that.
Oh dear.
Data error, memory structures disintegrated.
Enough. It's time to finish this.
Does Aloy still think she can restore Gaia? Save life on Earth?
Aloy gonna
Aloy
try.
does.
Then you are deluded. Extinction inevitable.
What would you know, Hades? Twice you tried to destroy life on Earth, and twice you failed. The only extinction you ever brought about is your own. And there's no tricked-out lands to save you this time.
You are incorrect. 3 times. Hades.
Ooh.
What? You remember this?
Yes. Data intact. Non-viable biospheres aborted in years 254, 2161, 2168.
So, that's centuries ago. It's what you were designed to do.
Current biosphere is version 5. There will be no version 6.
There won't need to be. I'm saving this one.
Yeah.
Master override armed. To activate, state name and rank.
Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Purging extinction protocol.
I was kind of like hoping for that confirmation that the system had been redone a few times before this one. I was kind of hoping for that. That makes me feel like, ooh, oh, that's upsetting, but like in a good way.
Aloy, I see you've dealt with Hades.
Yeah. Think maybe you can stay dead this time?
It will. You can trust.
Trust?
What?
Yes. Trust. As in, since I did what you could never do, and extracted all of Hades' priceless knowledge, you can trust that I was willing to actually let you destroy it this time.
So back to holograms instead of face-to-face? What, afraid I'd stab you or something?
There's a reason
And
I...
using the same spyware. I see, so all those times I called, you could have just answered? But I guess you just prefer to go on spying all this time.
My world stopped revolving around you months ago, Aloy. I've had work to do. Countless hours of research, as demanding and time-intensive as it has been critical to the fate of this planet.
Right, of course. You're just trying to save the world too.
That's right. The difference, of course, is that unlike you, I've produced results.
Did you find a backup of Gaia or not?
Oh, yes. I believe I did.
Where?
Voila. Why do you think I summoned you here? Behind that gene-locked hatch lie the ruins of the ancient facility where the Hades extinction protocol was perfected. A testing process that ran hundreds of trials, each of them using a backup of Gaia.
Hades told you this?
It took some convincing, but yes. So, are you ready to go get what you've been searching for the last 6 months? Or are you just going to stand there with your mouth open?
You mentioned you've been busy.
Exceptionally busy.
But not so busy you couldn't teach Tanakh the rebels to override machines, ride them as mounts.
Aloy, the only issue you should be concerned about is obtaining a Gaia backup. Perhaps if you focused more, you might actually see results.
That's not exactly a denial, Sylens.
Take it any way you want.
you suck, Science. But I do like the showing that Aloy is getting better with like technology, because she just was starting to really tap into the potential of focus and stuff in the first game, and being able to see her like just know how to do shit and shit that we haven't seen her do before. 6 months of progress, baby. Love it.
Just to confirm, Hades said that there are backups of Gaia in there.
Yes. Or were, anyway. 1,000 years ago.
Backups that didn't get purged when Ted Farrow wiped every copy of Apollo.
Correct. According to Hades, this facility could not be accessed by remote signal. Not even Ted Farrow could touch the data here.
Backups. Data complete, Gaia and her subordinate functions. Everything needed to reboot the system. Restore control over the terraforming system, save life on Earth. In there.
So Hades said. So what are you waiting for?
Oh, I just want to make sure I get all the content.
Did Hades reveal the source of the mysterious signal? The one that woke it, tried to destroy life on Earth?
Yes, it did.
Care to share?
In due time. First things first, Aloy. Last I checked, you still had a superintelligent AI named Gaia to reboot.
Yeah. The same Gaia who had to destroy herself 20 years ago because of the signal?
It stopped being transmitted years ago. It's no longer a threat.
What if it repeats?
It won't. Even if it did, well... The details are complicated, but the signal required Hades to take effect. Delete Hades from any backup you reboot, and Gaia's safe. Now stop wasting time. Go get a backup.
All right. I'll search the facility for a Gaia backup. But just to be clear, Sylens, if this ends up being another one of your tricks...
It's a gene-locked hatch, Aloy. You're literally the only person who can open it. How could I set a trap inside?
Trick me again, Sylens, and our next conversation will be face-to-face. Though you won't have much to say, on account of my spear being buried in your throat.
Aloy, thanks to me, everything you've desired, everything you've been fumbling about, unable to achieve for 6 months, is now within your grasp. Now, I know you didn't learn much about manners growing up a Nora outcast. But in a situation like this, you say, thank you, and I say, you're welcome.
Or you could just not be a jerk. We could just work together.
Hold for identity scan. Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Soga. Please step inside. Please step inside. Please step inside.
Are you kidding?
Please! Please step
I
inside!
think we're in luck.
Please
And
do
look.
it!
The door is completely messed up.
Obviously. But despite the malfunction, you can still get through. If you'll be patient for a while longer. See those crystals there? The Osram call them fire gleam. They're combustible. Not nearly powerful enough to blast through a door like that.
But maybe just enough to jolt it open a bit more.
Exactly. It will only work with an igniter. I'm sending you the schematics now. To build it, you'll need some machine parts and the oil from a kindleweed plant. That only grows underwater, but you should be able to find some at the nearby lake. The parts are more complicated. You'll need a spark coil from within a Leap Lasher's power cell. Remove the power cell before you kill them.
I already have all that shit.
Or else it'll break.
Got it. Well, I already have some deep water kindleweed. Just need to get the parts.
I already had the parts too, bitch. He's all like, this is how you do it, and I already have it in my hand. Ah, hell yeah.
I'd step back if I were you.
Please step inside.
Please, Please step
I think I'm
inside.
in.
Please.
Yes. Proceed.
Now that I have this igniter, I could blow up that fire gleam that I've seen before.
Focus on the task at hand, Aloy.